Hi and welcome to the next tutorial in the series. In this tutorial we'll look at how to use a custom compare function to sort. So in this case I've already written out a custom compare function called myCompare, and here you can see it has to return a variable of type bool, and it has to take two arguments, both of whatever you are sorting, both of the same type as whatever you are sorting. So in this case we are sorting B, an array of integers, so every element in B is going to be an integer. So the bool myCompare function takes two arguments that are both integers, and if we did return I less than j, it would sort it such that I less than j, it would sort it so that uh, it was in ascending order. And if we just switch the order of the operands, we should get the array in descending order. So let's just test this out. Let's say 5 elements of values 1 to 5. So 5 elements, and there you see we have it in descending order. However, C++ allows you to do this in a better manner. There's no need to define a custom function. We can just call greater int. If you had an array of some other type, you could replace int with char or bool or whatever it was. Okay, so let's hope this works as well. Right. And you can see this works perfectly. The input array was not sorted, and the output array is sorted in the descending order. If we delete greater int, we'll just get the array in ascending order, sorted in ascending order. Now let's look at the problem of finding whether an element exists in a list. So the problem is, given input an element and a list, to output whether the element exists in the list. So now one way of doing this would be, okay, you get all the numbers in the list and you just check if b of I equal to num l, then you probably set a flag to true and check the flag outside the input loop. However, C++ lets you do this in a better manner. I'm just going to use maybe not better, but definitely an easier to code manner. I'm just going to use the vector instead of the array to get all the elements, and I don't need to sort it or do any of this. So I'll now I just need to know whether this element exists in the list, and the list is in A. So all I have to do is say if find a dot begin, a dot end, and the element I'm looking for is not equal to a dot end. Basically, if I was looking for this element in the stuff that was demarcated by this range, just like in the sort function, you can just think of them as pointers to the start and the end of the range. If when you search for that you did not receive a dot end as the return value, the end of the range as the return value, please note the end of the vector is not the same as the last element of the vector. It's kind of like um, the end of a string, a C string, a string in C basically is /0 and not the last character of the string. So if we reach the end, that means the element was not found. So in this case, it is not equal to the end, so we display found. Else we display not found. Now how did I know that it would return a dot end if the element was not found? Simple, I looked it up in the docs. So here on in c++.com you can just google this up and you get std find. You can see this is the namespace we were using right here, yeah, using namespace std. So find is in the namespace std, and this is the scope operator that tells you this is found in namespace std. That's the standard namespace. So yeah, how did I know it returns a dot end if nothing was found? Here under return value you can see an iterator to the first element in the range that compares equal to val. If no elements match, the function returns last. So there you have it. And what is last? If we go up, we can see here first is the first argument to find, last is the second argument to find, which is basically the end of the range, and here you have last defined. Input iterators to the initial and final positions in a sequence. The range searched is first last. So that's how I knew it would return a dot end if it was not found. This should say not found. And if it was found, let's just print the element as well. So we print find a dot begin, a dot end, yeah, so or let's just print out the position where it was found at. So found at and the position. So let's give this a run and hopefully it works. There's an error. Okay, what does find return? It returns an iterator to the first element in the range that compares equal to val. So it returns an iterator. Now to get the value from the iterator, what we have to do is we have to dereference it. So back to compiling and let's hope it runs now. So 5, and the element we want to look for is 88, and okay, so it returns and it shouldn't say found at. So what happened there was it returns an iterator to the position it was found at, and then when you dereference it, you get the element at that position. So I should just say found, and now this program makes more sense. So let's say 5 and 2, we're looking for 2, and you can see it says not found, whereas okay, I shouldn't have given 10 as the input. Now after typing 10 numbers, how many is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and you can see it says found 3. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching.